But at the Kildalton Open Source Sustainable Demonstration Farm Open Day, I got a chance to talk to Pat Ryan. He's the Farm Development Manager at Glanbia Ireland. First of all, Pat, you must be delighted with the turnout.
Yeah, a very big turnout, Kieran. Yeah, actually large crowds, and I suppose it just shows you the interest in the topic itself and how important it is in the context of growth of milk volumes and that. So yeah, it's a good turnout. Yeah,
now people have heard of CSR, corporate social responsibility, but this whole area of sustainability, the importance of it, it's a buzzword in the industry, but you might tell our listeners the whole background to this whole sustainable demonstration farm.
Yeah, I suppose, look, in terms, Kieran, and what we try to do here in this is just to frame sustainability from a farmer context and trying to defrazzle, I suppose, some of the heavy tones of carbon and water quality and
corporate
stuff, and
speak.
The corporate speak, exactly, and try to bring it into real life and what does it mean for a farmer. And really, I think the main message that we hope farmers will get from today is, the practices that they can employ on their own farms. Production efficiencies actually drive environmental sustainability and economic sustainability. It's almost a win-win. And what I mean by that is, if you drive grass growth, if you improve breeding, if you address the soil and fertility issues on your farm and match them with appropriate nutrients, be it lime or be it slurry at the right time, it helps the environment and you're protecting the environment overall.
Now, farmers looking at the herd here, I must say the herd is in fabulous conditions despite the unbelievable drought scenario we're in. The basics are very much the same, but it's just tweaking in lots of areas. You're not asking people to reinvent the wheel here, Pat.
Not reinventing the wheel at all. In fairness to Teagasc and the research that's on this, I mean, it's just tweaks, small tweaks. It's just consider reseeding. It starts actually on soil testing, getting the ground, getting known and understanding what you're working with. That's your base. And
so using fertiliser properly.
Using fertiliser programme, and I know in Glanbia we have a team that's hugely ambitious to try and work with individuals on that.
So starting from the ground up,
starting from the ground up, and then it's amazing what from correcting that, how much additional grass that can be grown. And it's it's odd talking about additional grass today when there's no growth out at all, but it's actually setting the thing up for the future and having the farm basis correct from a soil fertility point of view, and obviously breeding, breeding for EBI breeding and the benefits of that and what that brings to the herd in terms of longevity, additional yield, and that's actually costless. That's not a cost.
So keeping quality within the herd as against quantity.
Keeping quality, and that's the secret sauce.
The environment is key, and obviously water is a huge component, particularly as we talk during a drought period. That again is key to sustainability.
Yeah, and I suppose, Kieran, through the Water Framework Directive and national water quality and the at-risk areas that are identified through the EPA are obviously a concern, right? And I think as dairy farmers we have to ensure that, during our growth and whatever growth we do, that we don't compromise that quality, and that we at all costs try and protect our water courses. And again, that's just basic practice. It's just fencing off water courses, applying fertiliser at the right times and in the right weather events, and also just matching fertility, what that soil needs, and correcting that rather than horsing out slurry on a paddock that you've always done.
So Pat, if you're to summarise for anybody who wasn't able to make it here to the Open Source Sustainable Demonstration Farm, what are the key messages you'd like guys to bring home from today?
I think key messages is just to understand the drivers behind sustainability, and I think there are a number of drivers. I think there are market-driven drivers, and there are certainly production efficiency drivers. Profitability is the bedrock of anything we talk about in terms of sustainability. And listen, we can't forget about regulation, the nitrates directives, the carbon gases, all of that. We can't forget that as well. But we're really trying to future-proof our business here by adopting these practices.
Pat Ryan, Farm Development Manager for Glanbia. Once again, Pat, well done on a fabulous day here, and thanks for talking to us.
Thanks, Kieran. Thanks.